Yeah, yeah.
Dr. Dollar Entertainment.
Pem pem, ijelebe. Pem pem, ijelebe. Pem pem, ijelebe.
Jason on the
I slap police for your case.
Welcome
I go
to
war
Essence
for
of
your
Gist
case.
with Asake, Monroe, Milan, and Prague. We don't have Prague with us today because she's out touring the world, but she will be back for future episodes. Today we have with us a guest, Washington Roberts of the famous Washington Roberts fashion brand. Welcome, Washington.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
welcome.
We're so glad that you're here with us because we have a lot of fun topics to discuss with Washington. Washington is a fellow Nigerian, New Yorker, has a lot of experience in a lot of relationship type situations. So we felt it was very important to bring him to the table and get a male perspective. So the first topic we're going to cover is ghosting. What is ghosting? So the official definition of ghosting is the practice of ending a relationship with somebody by suddenly and without explanation withdrawing communication and not explaining why you've just, jabbered the person. For my fellow Africans, you've been officially jabbered.
Jabberman.
So, so that's ghosting. And we've noticed that it's becoming quite a common dating practice.
Prevalent.
It's prevalent. That's the
Yes.
word, Asake,
Yes.
prevalent. So I'm just going to open it up to all of you, and you tell me if if your definition of ghosting is the same thing, or if you've had the same experience.
This is my definition, but Asake has a different definition.
I do.
Mine is
Curious to hear.
if you're if you're texting someone and you guys are having fun texting, sexting, and then all of a sudden you stop hearing from them. I don't even have to meet you. I've never met this person, or you've never met this person, and then all of a sudden they stop texting you. To me, that's ghosting. That's bad. You don't
And
even have to get into the relationship
It is
thing.
not. That's just
But that's
called a
just-
disappearance.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all that is, darling. That's
Okay.
not ghosting.
Okay, so what is
So what's
ghosting?
Well, I'm just going to give you my experience that happened to me recently. Met this lovely lad. We were talking about 6 weeks. Went out, wined and dined me. Even the Uber rides, he would reimburse me for.
Wow.
So I'm feeling, I'm fabulous. So here comes my birthday. He's like, let me take you out. I really didn't want to, but he begged. I said, okay. I got roses. I got gifts. I got a card. He took me to the fanciest Italian restaurant in Virginia.
Okay.
The manager, the owner, came out and serenaded me.
Oh, wow.
And you're like, oh, life is good.
This guy really likes me. Oh, wow. All right. And then, everything was great. 2 days later,
Mom.
what's the bad it's done.
That's a lot of reasons why that happens, or at least in my
Please
Really?
tell
Please
us.
tell
why
us why.
ghosting happens. Because I feel like sometimes a lot of things happen.
Okay.
Either someone from the past comes back into the picture, or after the date they just realize you're not it. But wait.
Have you not seen her? She's fabulous.
Thank you,
How can
darling.
she not be
You guys
it?
are always saying she's fabulous. Everybody is fabulous in their own right.
Oh,
now.
really? Okay.
Of course, everybody's fabulous. Well, everybody feels like you're fabulous. in
Yeah,
their own
Okay.
yeah.
But I don't think it's your fabulosity that, you probably just feel like, maybe this is not it right now. Or you could be like, oh, she's really dope. You know what? I'm just going to move here for now. But he doesn't want to say to it because it keeps that door open. Because without ending, it can come back and say, maybe, just wait. Maybe in 2 years or 6 months. I'm just using random
The
numbers.
door is closed.
A boss hit me.
In
But
Nini's voice.
This is what goes on. This is what people do. Women do
Right.
it, men do it.
Right.
So I feel like oftentimes when that happens, that's really what they're trying to do. But I don't know. It's like I don't want to end it because if I end it, but it's just better to be honest. Of course,
It really
will be
is.
better. But we just live in a society where people don't want to put themselves out there. They don't want to. Oh, if I say no, she might be mad at me. People just don't want to
Exactly.
hear that. So I feel like, yeah, it's the worst thing you can possibly do.
But
I feel like.
how hard is it to communicate, though? Like, in this era of just sending a text and say, hey, you know what? You're pretty. but you're not what I'm looking for right now. Peace and love.
See, that's the thing. Once I say that, if I try to come and hit you up again, you're not gonna pay me any attention. But if I don't say anything to you, and maybe 3 months down the line, I just pop up again on the grid.
They don't know
and
you're
Washington,
bad girls.
I don't-
and
yeah.
just give you another excuse that
No,
just
no,
serenade
no,
you
no,
real
no.
quick. You see exactly what he did?
Yeah.
If you come back and do that again.
I would never. I guess
But that's you, though.
yes, that's me. But
Most
to be
women-
honest,
some
on the
women will
female
still.
perspective, what we don't understand is the effort. Why put in all that effort?
And just bounce.
Yeah, like why bother? I can understand if you put in subpar effort,
Yeah.
but you put in so much
Yeah,
effort.
that's...
I
It's
mean, I
odd.
think I agree with what Washington said. If your ex comes back, you're gonna ghost someone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not just men that do it. Women, we do it too.
Yeah, I've been ghosted.
I mean, I've ghosted.
Really?
I've been
I've
ghosted.
been ghosted multiple times.
I've been ghosted. I've
Really?
ghosted. I mean,
Yeah.
but that's
I've been-
because an ex comes
but
back.
I don't believe in ghosting. I'm just gonna let you know when I'm doing what I'm
That's
doing.
That's not
really-
ghosting then.
No, I'm gonna tell you. But I'm saying I've been ghosted.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
But I don't go. Maybe when I was younger, but now I'm just like too much effort. to
Yeah,
Yeah,
ghost
but that's
you,
really
so-
mature of you because I recently got ghosted.
Wow.
Oh my
We
gosh!
can
I
reiterate
know,
on
I
this
know,
topic.
I
But
know.
everyone-
IJ got
we
ghosted.
both
Well,
we
I-
were in shock, weren't we?
So I'm
Put that cup
curious.
down.
Now
know
tell
what?
me I'm
You
listening.
know what? I want to know who ghosted IJ because we didn't even know you were dating.
Okay, all right.
Maybe
so
that's why she sipped that tea.
okay, so this is my situation, and everyone's calling me IJ because although we have our pseudonyms and Monroe, everybody knows Monroe is IJ.
Monroe, yes.
Right. So here's the thing. I met this guy. I did meet him online, to be honest. Right.
Okay.
I online date, not a big deal. Whatever. Meet this guy. Reached out to him the first time because it's one of those apps where the woman has the control. I'm like, okay, fine. Reached out to him. He didn't like respond or anything. Probably didn't see it. But I'd say a couple of weeks later, he reaches out to me, and I'm like, okay, this app thing, I'm not so great on it. Let's exchange numbers and communicate offline. And he was so down with that. Texting initially, but he starts calling, which I really like because men these days
Don't
or
call.
people that you're in like
They text.
all they
and
prefer to
email.
do is text, and not just
I
text.
feel
Some of
like I've
them
been
use
attacked right now.
use abbreviations in their texting. They don't even use complete sentences.
Yeah.
You can't even try that with me. But anyways, so he's calling, and we're having conversations, and we're on the same wavelength. What he wants out of life is very similar to what I want out of life. His focused, ambitious, dedicated, all of the above. Then it helps that he's tall and sexy, like a tall drink of water. Everything just added up. So first date, picked out my outfit. I thought I was looking cute. I knew I was going to go for like a very fun type look. So I did that with him. And he's there and he's really like attentive, asking me questions about myself, telling me stuff about himself as well. I'm like, okay, this is good. And we ended the date by him saying, I'd love to see you again. Let's, continue doing this. I'm like, okay, fine. We keep communicating. Second date comes around. It's more intimate. We first do a movie. Yeah. Cinema, but nobody was like touching or anything. We're just chilling. Watched a movie, fun movie. He was like, you pick whatever you want. Whatever it is that you want to watch, I'll watch it with you. It's all about.
guy.
I am very smooth. He wasn't trying to take charge like that. Still gave me a.
Let me make you feel like you're in control.
Wow.
It worked. It worked. So you know
my type
what?
of
You
guy.
know what? Milan is sitting right next to me, like I am ready. Don't worry.
I never expected it.
It's coming. It's
coming.
coming.
It's coming. So after the movie, it was a late movie. After the movie, he's like, "What do you want to do?" Like he's kind of hungry. Do I want dinner? I'm like, "Yeah, sure." So he picks a restaurant, really nice restaurant. We go there, we eat, and we literally close down the restaurant. Everybody else leaves. It's just the both of us talking and talking and talking.
Aww.
And he's asking me questions like, "Oh, would I ever consider moving closer?" To his neighborhood because we talked about where we lived. Put that down. Put that down. No, but not in the context of no. He only brought up that question in the context of where I live is far from where he lives. Just
Again, escalated.
right. Okay, but yeah, he kept talking about how pretty I looked that night and everything, and how we should do this again. I get home. He goes checked in on me to just make sure I was okay. And we communicated. Then, like, say 3 days later, silence. I'm like, okay, maybe he's busy because he told me he had a few things that were coming up. I'm like, okay, fine. I text again. still silence. I'm like, okay, so is this ghosting? I wasn't sure. So I reached out to a few people that I know. I'm like, so when somebody doesn't respond to your communication,
How many days later, though,
Yeah,
did you reach out?
yeah.
Like, how long had the
so
silence?
just like a week now. So
Oh.
someone said, give it another week. That this is New York. New York is usually not the norm.
Yeah.
Like, it takes about 2 weeks before you really know if you're being
Officially
ghosted.
ghosted.
I'm like, okay, that's fine. So 2 weeks came and went silence. And I went on another date with some other dude that was just like, but I think I was kind of like, my mind was on that one.
Of course.
2 weeks later, nothing from him. I'm like, okay, so this is official ghosting. And something in my mind was like, is he maybe dead or he's,
Get into an accident.
get into an accident? So here's a tip for our listeners,
Lord.
right? If you want to know where people are, because
boy.
our phones is attached to us all the time. Yeah, trust me, someone taught me this, and I've used it to good effect. Go on WhatsApp. The last seen status tells you the person was last seen on their phone.
Oh.
So I did that, and I was like, last seen like an hour ago. I'm like, oh, okay, I have been officially ghosted. Let's park this.
He's not dead. He's
He's
not
not
in
dead.
hospital.
But the messages you were sending him, was he reading it? You know, WhatsApp has like a blue chat.
Not everybody.
WhatsApp.
No, the messages were normal text.
Yeah.
So you
Oh,
can't really
normal
get you can't really
text.
get a read receipt.
Yeah.
And I already said I wasn't going to call. I know some people might not agree with my method, but I just wanted to know for sure that this man wasn't dead, and he wasn't. So I'm good. So I'm happy he's alive.
Maybe
Good
someone
luck to
stole
him.
his phone.
Perhaps. Can they then change the profile picture? Sure.
I would like to add something, especially of our guest speaker here. I think ghosting or a scenario like that is more synonymous with online dating. I don't think it occurs as much with meeting someone in person. Or what do you think about that?
I mean, that happens too. Even
Really,
in person.
though?
It happens.
The last person that ghosted
It
me, I
happens.
met them in person.
really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean,
I'm surprised.
a few years ago when I first moved here and I was ghosted, there was no app or online dating or
Darling, were
anything
you
like
really
that.
ghosted? Because we still don't think you've ever been ghosted. So
I was
explain.
ghosted.
So are you telling me this gentleman saw you?
Yeah, exactly.
Saw all
Oh, your
of you,
loveliness.
and
So-
said, "I am not coming back." Nah, no
These are
chance.
people
That one
DC,
didn't
Washington,
come
Washington DC.
Those
Oh,
are my
Washington
people.
come-
Washington is being sweet.
But you know, who read the book? But who read the book? He's not that into you.
Okay,
when
we're
it
going
said,
there.
okay,
We're-
no,
Well, no.
that
That's
line
not
though,
always
that
the truth.
line.
I don't think, yeah.
No, it's not the not that being into you, but a man would rather throw his arms inside fire than tell you that he doesn't want to be with you anymore.
There's so many options.
It's a
though.
quote.
There's so many options.
We have a man at the
So he
table.
said it.
Let's get your opinion, Washington.
Yeah.
The book.
I was somewhat kind of like agree with that because guys have this thing where we always want to be the good guy.
Exactly.
Do you
Even
really?
when it's going to hurt. Like, even eventually it's inevitable you have to be the bad guy. Like, I'll use myself as an example. My just ended relationship a few months ago. Like, it took me a while to get to a point where I'm just like, I want to end this.
Okay.
I've been wanting to end it. We've had conversation, but I just couldn't get myself to do it. Even though I needed to do it, but because I didn't want to look like.
And she had no clue.
She had.
Okay.
But we would. It was always let's work through it kind of conversation. But I got to a point where I was just like, okay, I've got to get out of this. This is not working. I'm not just in the headspace of being committed.
But
to
did you
someone right
tell
now.
her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Eventually, I did. But
Yeah.
I say that to say to your point that it takes time sometimes for guys.
Is it because
Sometimes,
they're
like, 6
scared
months.
or
Yeah,
afraid?
they don't want to be. They just don't want to look at. It's almost like I'm
Yeah,
letting
that's
someone
being a
down.
coward.
especially- No.
Cowardly.
No.
It
It's
is-
not. Especially if you like someone, right?
How can you like them but not want to be with them?
It's possible. It's
It's
possible to
possible.
like
That's-
someone and not want to be
yeah.
with them. I like people. I don't want to be with them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's the same way of saying, like, you can love someone and not like them. So you can, like someone and not want to be with them in a committed
And you don't have any
relationship.
other person. Because I find usually when
No,
men...
I don't.
So
Well,
Asake,
you're-
you have a lot of guy friends. I know you don't want to be with them, but you like them.
I like them.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So
But
it
I was never in a
happens.
situation where I was dating them and
Yeah.
liked them and then wanted
Didn't
to
wanna-
leave them. You know, but I'm sure some of them have other feelings for me. That's their problem. But
But it's just when after a while, you feel like this is not the situation. Or even though if you like them, you're just not in a good space for that person right now. Because
Right.
eventually, you're probably going to end up effing it up. Because if you don't get out of it, things just going to go bad. So sometimes things happen. Like, especially if the person is really nice. They haven't really done anything wrong. You breaking it up. So
Yeah.
in my case, that's what it was.
so just
It would
run its course.
Yeah, it would just... Some guys want to do that.
Ashake, I think what happened with yours is the guy didn't want to keep doing that. I think he was like, okay, if I do it now, how am I going to beat this? Like
But
I took you to an expensive
nobody
Italian
begged
restaurant.
him.
Exactly. But now he
Nobody
thinks he has to
begged
do it
him.
for you every
Then
birthday.
he
And when
shouldn't
you
have
guys,
done it in the
Exactly.
first place.
But
that's-
he's
you
trying
can't-
to
that's
show,
like-
no need.
That's cowardly though.
It's
That-
cowardly.
you
I think
can't-
it is.
Exactly.
Same with my situation. I think it was
Yes.
cowardly.
Yeah,
he
it is
didn't have to do
cowardly.
any of this.
I don't-
Exactly.
Your situation, I think it's probably somebody came back.
Somebody came back.
That
In
guy,
the way you
somebody
guys described
came
it,
back.
this
That
one was a coward. That one, somebody came back
someone
and didn't know.
definitely came
He
back.
really.
Who is she or he?
Jesus.
Okay. Anyways,
Yeah, I feel like like. Women
Wow, was he that
ghosts.
fine?
girl,
Is he Nigerian?
no,
Okay.
Or you?
no.
Must we get into specifics?
Let's not.
Wait, we asked your own. Did we break down your own?
You know
cannot
what?
just-
Washington is
One-
invited to the next baby. Join us. He said,
No.
Oh,
Nigeria.
wait, Washington has muscles.
Leave out
Sorry.
Remember, this is we're being on video, so
know.
as you're watching all this craziness,
HR.
No, I'm saying, like sometimes, like it tells you what people do. Like, it's just always good to know the character. Race and
no,
all that,
but if I were to be honest, and just because I don't know who's going to listen to this or watch this, where he's from is typical. I don't typically date guys that are from that part of the world. For my own personal.
Oh, that was your
reasons.
first time?
That was my first time, so I made an exception because there
it
were so
was-
many other boxes that were ticked, and I felt okay. I can make that exception without.
I have a question.
Okay, sure, go
So,
for it.
say like in a month's time, he
Right.
hit you up again. What will you do?
Probably not respond.
Even if these reasons are very reasonable.
No, there's no.
No,
Oh, I died and I came back.
Yeah, there's no
I mean,
reason.
obviously not
So
that.
what is that, Matthew chapter? like,
Like if his
No,
reasons
no,
are like
this is a
legit,
real
maybe
Okay,
something
let
happened.
me think this through.
This is a real
If he
question.
comes to me with a very legitimate excuse,
Yeah.
I'll probably want to see him in person for him to tell me to my face, so I'll know if he's
Of
bullshitting
course.
me or
yeah,
not.
yeah.
And I'll use that opportunity to tell him, not school him, but tell him how he could have handled it differently.
Yeah.
At the end of
just
the
don't
day,
ghost
we're
someone.
not kids.
No,
Exactly.
I'm not out here saying I want to marry you.
Yeah.
I don't even know you.
Exactly.
So the last impression you left of yourself with me is one, you're a coward and rude.
Yeah, exactly.
So if
And there's a propensity for him to do it again. That's the problem. Why you don't take someone like that back.
That's
I know,
true.
I agree with
That's
that.
true.
Yeah.
It
But
can happen again.
I feel like this happens so much that I ask that question because I know so many
but
people.
why? It's the why. I don't
think
understand the
it's
why.
Just people and communication.
I have
People,
to be honest,
the
I
fear of
haven't
reject.
experienced it that much. That's why we were in shock.
So should people be
It's
ready to be
communication.
ghosted when you meet someone? Like just be ready. Like don't
That's
put
a
all your heart.
That's a possibility of it happening.
Yeah, so don't put all your heart in it and don't be in love right away or I mean, it happens where you
Yeah.
see some. I know I'm that kind of person. Like before, even before I met my husband, it was like, oh my God, this guy is so nice. And so immediately I'm like, what am I going to wear? How many kids are we? You know what I mean? I used to be that girl.
We weren't even
Let's
there
not
yet.
do that. Well, yeah, but if you hadn't done that, you wouldn't be so disappointed. Were you guys disappointed?
I was
because
irritated.
you like them
I was
somewhat.
irritated. Of course, because we invested time with them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
True,
Exactly.
Yeah,
true.
Of course.
I mean, yeah, you're supposed to. That comes with if you like someone.
And people who
Don't
know
know
me
me.
know that I just don't like when it comes to dating. I just
Yeah.
don't give my time away freely.
but-
Oh,
He
we know.
swept you off your
Oh,
feet.
yeah.
He swept you off your feet.
Whatever.
If you're listening,
So it has to mean something to me.
true,
Yeah.
true.
I always say I bill at $250 an hour. If I'm spending time with you, I love you.
Oh, cha-ching.
I could be making money or spending time with you, and I'm here.
So make me
So
want.
s-
But
Send him a bill.
That guy's
should.
that guy's
I should
accused. That
send
guy
him
was
a
an
bloody
accused.
bill.
It's funny, like ghosted. I feel like 80% of the time when people get ghosted is because that person's either not into them.
Yeah, well, obviously,
I
at
think,
the end of
and
the
the
day,
other one is either somebody's ex
Yeah.
or
It's
they just
usually
wanna
the
keep their
ex, and then they're not
options
into you, and they're nice guys, and they don't know how to tell you because they don't
they're
want to
not
hurt your
nice guys,
feelings.
They're not nice.
Well,
But-
they're not
but
bad.
guys,
Also,
guys,
they're not
women
bad people.
do
You think they're
ghost
bad
men, though.
people?
I'm telling
Women
ya.
do it too. Let's talk about
Women-
girls that do it. Girls do
women
it too.
ghost
Who here
men,
has
'cause
never ghosted
I'm over
anyone?
here being ghosted,
If you've never
so-
ghosted anyone, drink your water.
That's a Yoruba girl thing.
Wait. Why are you guys not drinking your water?
I mean, no, but you grew
Drink
up
your water if
ghosting
you're
guys.
I've never ghosted anyone.
My definition of ghosting is different when it comes to me. My definition of ghosting is different when it comes to me. So
Why is it different?
different standards is okay.
So like you can't complain if a guy goes
No,
with your
no. Jokes aside, I have ghosted people.
Of course.
Like
What can
so
I
many
ask?
people.
So many.
Why?
have you
But they have
ghosted?
I wasn't just
You
feeling
weren't
them.
into them.
I wasn't just
So
feeling
wouldn't that
them.
have been easy for you to just let them know?
That I wasn't into them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In some cases, I did let them know. So
Okay.
you won't call it
So
ghosting.
that's
I'll
not
just
ghosting.
I'll just say, hey, I'm not really,
But I'm sure you
There's
didn't
some other
take
cases I
it
just
that
didn't pick up the
far.
call.
Did you take it that far?
I mean,
no, but good
that's
point.
ghosting.
Did you hear her?
Good point.
Did you hear her? She just didn't take the call.
We didn't take
We
it
don't
that
take
far.
it that far.
Where we actually
To where?
like have
Going out on a
dinner,
date
or
go
whatever.
dates. No, we don't take it
Okay.
that far.
Wait, time out. Even if the guy took you out, if you went out first,
After
you
two
go
dates,
on a-
after
if
two
you-
dates in New York, you're pretty much married.
Exactly. Exactly. After 2 dates, you're married. That's everywhere, though, not just New York.
no,
No.
Why?
Is that how you met your husband?
all right. We're veering to the left in this one.
Don't worry, I'll tell you later.
Okay. No, but I feel like definitely ghosting is a big thing in New York. You should be expecting if you're dating. In
I
New York.
wasn't. I have to be honest. It was.
I mean, just
I'm with
in the
Washington.
world general,
Be
like, I feel
expecting
like
it because
you should be
everybody these
expecting.
days, people are mad.
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's our
Expect
that's
it.
our takeaway, right? Before
Yes.
we round
You
this up,
should
that
just-
ghosting is here to stay.
It's
Yeah.
not
It's-
going anywhere.
It's not going
Yeah.
anywhere. So just
Everybody
put it in the back
ghosts.
of your mind that you're likely going to be ghosted. But if it happens
sounds
after the
weird.
4th or 5th date, I give you every right to go ape shit on that person. I'm
If you
sorry.
what?
Happens after the 4th or 5th date.
But why?
Why should it?
No,
Why
I'm
should it?
saying-
I don't agree
But
with
why?
that either.
Because
Like, what's the
fourth or
point?
fifth date is still like.
You're pretty.
fairly-
You're pretty much on your second child, right?
What are we talking about? See, this is the problem of
Monroe
dating.
beats
No.
you.
This is the
The gentleman
modern.
I'm kidding,
I
I'm kidding, I'm
mentioned
kidding.
it was like our 7th date.
No.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, my gosh.
So can I
Sorry,
ask you a
yo.
question?
That was your boyfriend. He
That
told
was your,
you.
that's your husband. That's your husband.
Where were you guys at in a relationship? Were you guys
7
committed?
dates?
Honestly,
Were you
no.
guys
I
exclusive,
was.
or you were
I,
just still casually
I was.
dating?
How would she know if they're
I honestly,
exclusive
but
now?
I honestly did
I'm
not
ask-
want to
it's-
but how
date
would
him
she-
long
but-
term.
But will you know?
If they had a conversation, can I say something though?
Yes,
What?
please.
This is the part we didn't touch on about ghosting.
Okay.
If you get intimate,
Mm-hmm.
and sometimes the guy just, I've got what I wanted. Now I can just leave.
Really, that's how we're doing it in at a
In
certain age.
2019.
No, but
And
this is not
we're
about
in our
but it's
40s.
still,
He's in his 40s.
40s?
Really? Come on,
but
like
that still
he was
happens
about to
now.
be 50.
It don't
Dude,
matter. So do you
you've
just-
got issues.
Yeah.
I mean,
you like
this-
old men, though.
No, well, I told you it wasn't long term for me. It was something to do honestly.
You're right,
Because
yeah.
it really wasn't.
No,
Anyway.
this happens.
It's fine.
Okay.
It's fair.
All right.
These are things that
All
happen.
right.
but yeah.
I do agree. It happens. It should be
Yeah.
part of your dating practice. Well, not practice,
Not
but
practice,
not practice,
expectation.
but expectation.
Thank you, Washington.
And men do it, women do it. It's an equal playing field out there. But I'm just gonna ask that if you were to ghost somebody, just do it respectfully.
Yeah.
You know, I think
How
that's
do you
that's
ghost respectfully?
well, that's the thing. Roast it? I don't know. But
There's no
I think she
good
means tell them,
practice.
don't ghost.
But
just
it's
don't
no
ghost.
longer
Just tell
ghosting.
them.
If you tell
So,
them, it's no longer.
You know what?
ghosting.
We're banning ghosting from the dictionary.
Yes.
Banning
Really.
ghosting from the
It's
dictionary.
here
Yeah.
to stay. Like it's been.
I just
Yeah.
think we just need to practice better communication, express how we feel, because life will
Here,
be
here.
so much easier.
Yeah.
True.
So I think that should be the takeaway.
What if you ask them on the first day, like, if you're gonna do it, then don't?
I would just leave you after that because I think you're crazy. Yeah, what's this one? Why are we talking about? Why are we talking about ghosting? Like, how I even like you?
Okay, that is deep. I touched that touched me.
Slap. Just, I thought- wow.
What make you think I want to even stay that
Wow.
long?
This
to even
Washington
think
today,
I'll
I'll
ghost
get you later.
I'm just saying. But yeah, dating is so complicated. For us that live in New York,
It's everywhere.
I'm sure it's everywhere, but-
It is
Have you met
everywhere.
Atlanta?
no, I just
It's
feel
called
like
the
New
East
York.
Coast.
Atlanta was
Blues.
there. It's 2-1. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
everywhere.
that's a
Yeah,
different
it
thing,
is,
but New
it
York
is.
dating is a bit more brutal. I feel
Why?
like.
Why do you say? I
Everyone says that. I don't know.
Why? Because I think Washington D.C. is such just as bad.
Perhaps.
Yeah. So, but
Anyway,
I
yeah.
think we've kind of like touched on all the key elements when it comes to ghosting, and
Yes.
I'll just quickly for our listeners, ghosting. It's an expectation, it seems, and happy dating. And I just hope you all find the one. All right. So we're just gonna close out, and Asake is gonna close us out.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Essence of Gist. We look forward to you listening to another episode.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Asake. All right.